I tested 5 secret popular myths in Palworld to see if they actually worked. Alright, I thought these comments would be super boring and basic myths, but the first comment in the first myth we have to bust is actually really interesting. And even though I played this game a ton, I made a ton of videos on it, I still have no idea about this one. Now, this comment says, breeding the black marketeers or the merchants will give you wealth. So I assume they mean if you breed the black marketeers, some really good things will happen and they'll give you a ton of gold. That seems plausible to me. I've never tried it. Let's go catch a few and see. Alright, we are here. We have caught a couple of black marketeers. I have set up the breeding pen. I have got some cake. We are ready to test this out. Now, the black marketeers are actually pretty hard to catch. You need a legendary sphere or a bub only just to throw it at them, and it is a very low % chance to catch them. However, it doesn't even seem like you can pick them up at your base. You can only talk to them, and usually there's a menu to pick them up with normal pals. Just like if I throw my normal pal out right now, there's a menu to do a few things. If I can even get the menu, my pal's way too big. However, it seems like we can't even pick him up, so I'm not sure how we're going to get him in the breeding pen. And the other one I caught we have in our hands, but it doesn't even look like he goes in the breeding pen. So I'm not sure if even breeding these things are possible. I don't think they are, since they do not have a gender attached to their name. So even though this is a good idea and an interesting idea, unfortunately I think this myth is false. You cannot breed the black marketeers to get any kind of gold, or you can't just breed them at all for now. I'm sure maybe they'll change this in the future updates. It is cool to have them run around your base and everything, and you can buy and sell from them. So I guess you can kind of get gold since they're just sitting in your base, and you can buy and sell their pals still for profits. However, you can't breed them. So false. This next myth saying defeating 3 tower bosses will opening up the path to the bad tree. Now, the bad tree I assume they're talking about is right here. I have actually defeated all the tower bosses already on the map, so that doesn't really matter. However, I already know the answer to this comment, and you do not have to defeat all of the tower bosses to get to the tree. Normally it is blocked off and it has a like red ring around it. However, if we go to this area right here on the map, 145 480 at this little pal teleportation, we can actually just fly straight to the tree. Now, you're going to need a ton of stamina for this, so if you don't have a ton of stamina, it probably will not work. However, if your pal is all the way ranked up, or if you turn stamina down in the settings, you can actually just fly right to the tree. I'll show you guys how right now. So this myth, it's half and half true, half false, because you can actually get to the hidden mythical tree over here in Palworld. However, you do not need to beat any kind of tower bosses, any number of tower bosses, 3, 5, whatever. Anybody can do it as long as you have a pal with enough stamina. Once you get to the red barrier over here, all you have to do is go straight up, and you will see in just a second that they missed a part of the barrier when they were making this design. And if you have enough stamina, you can just right here find the top of it and fly right over. You can see my base down there. I actually made a base over here at the tree island. However, you can't actually touch the tree. There is another invisible barrier over here, so you can get to like all the little sand parts over here, but you can see I actually can't go any further than right here. So you can see most of the island and you can build on most of the island, but you can't touch the actual tree. So this myth is a 50-50 rating. Half of it is true, half of it is false. Unfortunately, or actually fortunately, the important part is actually true on this myth. You can get to the tree island, but you don't need to defeat any kind of tower bosses in order to get here. This next myth says after getting wanted, flying all the way up with your jet dragon will make you not wanted. Now, not in the best English, but we know what they're trying to say. They're pretty much trying to say if you get a wanted level, all you have to do is fly up super high with the jet dragon and you will not have that wanted level anymore. So let's massacre some innocent civilians over here. Let's get a wanted level and let's test this out. All right, we have a pretty high wanted level of 5. We have the guards all over us. Let's fly super high with the jet dragon and let's see if this gets rid of our wanted level like the myth suggested. Let's go super high. Oh my goodness, we are going very fast. We are all the way up right now. So far, we still have the wanted level, so it's looking like this is going to be false, but let's go all the way up as the game will let us, and then let's see if it still stays. I don't know if getting like out of the way of these people gets rid of your wanted level, but we are about to test it out. You can see a house I made over there in the distance way earlier. We're all the way high up on the world right now, and oh wow, it actually worked. We do have to move around a little bit, but we did get rid of the wanted level. So that is the first one, I think, confirmed true. Now this one seems kind of sus. I'm already not really believing it, but this says if you get the boss to 1 HP and then log out of the game as you throw a pal spear, you should be able to catch him. Now I don't believe that at all, but let's make room for him and let's actually get this pal down to 1 HP and log out after throwing a ball at him and see if it actually does catch him. I'm already, for the record, saying I don't really believe this one, but let's see. Crazier things have happened. I didn't expect some of the ones in this vid to be true, and some of them were, so who knows, maybe we can continue the streak. Let's get this down to 1 HP. We have Arena Mercy on our body right now, so I don't think we can actually kill this boss, which is perfect because we want him to 1 HP. We want to try throwing the ball at him, and we want to see if we can actually catch him after logging out. There we go. He's at 1 HP. Let's throw a legendary spear at him, and let's log out of the game, and let's see if he's going to be in our inventory when we come back. After logging back in, we are outside the tower boss. Let's go to our party. Yeah, he's not here. So unfortunately, that myth is false. I don't think any of us even expected that one to work. Before we get into this last myth, remember guys, make sure to sub if you like Palworld videos, and if you guys have a myth that needs busting or testing, feel free to comment it in this comments. I will go back, put them in the video, test them out if they are good. Finally, our last myth is you can move heavy objects by dragging them out of the chest and just walking with them. Now, I know what they are referring to with this comment. It is actually a glitch. You can see this wood is 2,000 pounds. Obviously, we cannot carry that. When we put it in our inventory, we go like this and we can barely move. However, if we do the glitch where we just drag the wood, press tab after, it is still in our inventory and we can move with it. Now, you might just think this is a visual glitch, but once we get to the chest, we can put it right there and boom. It has successfully been moved. So we're ending it off on a large W. Even though I knew about that glitch before, and I'm sure many other people have, that's still a pretty good myth, I'd say, and that is, I think, only the second one that has passed that is a successful myth. So make sure to leave your myths in the comments, boys. I will go over them and test them out in a vid if they are useful. And let me know if I did any of the ones in this video wrong, like breeding the black marketeers. I'm kind of disappointed that one didn't work. That one was by far my favorite myth so far.